Okay, so there's quite a lot going on in this example, and it's a good chance for us to see how equations can be formed and then solved to give some sort of meaningful result. And one of the harder parts of these questions is actually creating an equation. So we've got two rectangles, length in centimetres. We've been given some numerical lengths and also some expressions for lengths on each of these rectangles. Now, the first thing we've been asked to do here is to write down the expression for the area. Important to notice that there of the red rectangle. So, area of a rectangle is length times breadth, and in this case, we're looking at 2x multiplied by 2. Now, I'm just going to leave that in this case as 2 lots of 2x. Now, I know that simplifies to 4x, but I'm going to leave it as it is just now because we weren't asked for a simplified expression. What we've got there is absolutely fine. Now the blue rectangle, again, length multiplied by breadth or breadth multiplied by length. It doesn't matter which order you multiply in. And actually in this case, 3 looks like the breadth and x plus 1 looks like the length. But what that's done is created two little expressions here for areas. Again, that one could simplify, but I'm going to leave it as it is just now. And we're told here, and this is the important thing to notice, that both rectangles have the same area, and that's the clue for making up the equation here. We know we've got equal areas, so that's going to help us form our equation. And we've been asked to find the value of x and the area of the red rectangle and the perimeter of the blue, so still quite a lot to be done. First thing to do though is to say, well, if the areas are equal to each other, then for part 1 here, then 2 lots of 2x, which is the area of the red rectangle, is going to be equal to 3 lots of x plus 1. That was our expression for the area of the blue rectangle. So that's red area equals blue area. And once we've got there, then things should start to sort of unfold, because removing the brackets would be the next sort of logical step, giving us 3x plus 3 on this side. And then we can solve this thing by subtracting 3x from both sides and giving us x equals 3. So we have now answered part 1 of this question. We've got the value of x. I'm just going to put part 2 over here. The area of the red rectangle, well, the red rectangle, let's just put A and then red, so that shows that we're working at the area of the red rectangle. It was length multiplied by breadth. It was 2 lots of 2x, so 2 lots of 2x here actually simplifies to 4x. And then it's a good idea to simplify it there, because what we're about to do then is replace this x with what we've just worked out x to be. So over here we figured out x is equal to 3. This means x gets replaced with 3, and 4 lots of 3 is 12. Remember, this was an area, and we're told all the lengths were in centimetres, which means the area must be in square centimetres. And then finally we've got to deal with the part 3, which is the perimeter of the blue rectangle. And again, just be careful there, we're looking for perimeter this time, which doesn't need to be complicated. The perimeter of the blue one, we'll go for P and then the word blue after it, perimeter of blue. It's basically going to be all the sides added together. Now we've got a side here of x plus 1, and of course on the other side that will be the same length. So what we have are two sides which are of length x plus 1. And also we've got these little the breadths here, which are both 3, which means in total we've got an extra 6 centimetres to add on to this. Now we've got some options here. We could simplify this thing down a bit, which is what I'm going to do. Or you could start substituting in the value of x here if you wanted to. This becomes 2x plus 2 plus 6, and we remove the brackets, which is 2x plus 8. Once we simplify these terms together, collect those number terms up, and we knew that x was equal to 3, so we've got 2 lots of 3 plus 8. No, sorry, I don't have that. We've got 2 lots of 3 in its own little bracket plus 8. Just move down the page a little bit so we can see this, which gives us 6 plus 8, finally allowing us to say that the perimeter of the blue rectangle is 14, and again perimeters are length 1 centimetres, so 14 centimetres would be the answer to that question.